Hey friends, Sunil here. So I have OnePlus 3T with me today. Now this phone launched last year in November, so it's almost 4 months. So the question is, if I'm going in market today to buy a powerful Android phone in a budget range of around 30,000 rupees or near to $500 mark, is this the last year favorite is still the favorite in 2017? Let's figure it out.
Let's start with phone specification. So OnePlus 3T comes with full metal body. It features 5.5 inch Full HD screen which has a 401 pixels per inch. It has Corning Gorilla Glass 4 for display protection. Now it is powered by Snapdragon 821 chipset which is armed with 6 GB of RAM and 32 and 64 GB of storage. The phone runs on Oxygen 4.0.2 operating system, which is basically based on Android 7 or Nougat. The camera on this phone is 16 megapixel optical image stabilization with f value of 2.0. It can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and Full HD video at 60 frames per second. The front camera is also 16 megapixel with f2.0 aperture value. The phone has all the necessary sensors like fingerprint sensors, gyro, compass, proximity, accelerometer, and is currently retailing at 29,990 rupees in Indian market.
Now let's talk about competition. So is there any phone which has arrived in last 4 months which can seriously challenge OnePlus 3T? Well, there are few, so let's discuss or talk about them one by one. The first one is HTC 10. Now, HTC 10 is slightly more expensive than OnePlus 3T. That phone currently retailing in Indian market for around 35 or 36K. So that's roughly 5 to 6K more than the OnePlus 3T. And yes, that phone also has a older chipset, only 4 GB RAM, less storage, but then it has a better camera, better sound I'll say, and to some the HTC Sense will be a better user interface than the Oxygen. So that's another personal choice. So that is one option. Then the second is the recently announced or launched, I guess, the Samsung C9 Pro. It's not a direct competitor to OnePlus 3T. I mean, the C9 is more of like a phablet kind of thing. It's a 6-inch screen, so I don't think we can, compare the 6 inches with 5 or 5.5 inch ones because they're like pretty big. So I feel they mostly, fall into the phablet category. But then still, that phone is retailing for the same price as OnePlus 3T, around 30K. That phone also has a 6 GB RAM, but then it has a, a junior chipset. It has a Snapdragon 653 chipset, which is slower than the one in this phone, OnePlus 3T. So that's the thing. Camera is also good. I guess it's better than the OnePlus 3T. I have not used that phone, so can't really say how's the camera, but then the reviews I have read so far about the phone, the camera is seriously good, so I feel that camera is better than the OnePlus 3T. Again, and it's a big screen, so that's again well, personal choice I'll say, what kind of screen size you prefer, but then that phone also fall in same category. Then we have Samsung Galaxy S6. Yes, there are some places where you can find the S6 retailing around 28, 30, 32,000 rupees. I mean, the price keep on changing between this range. So you can find yourself a Samsung Galaxy 6s around 30K in any market. Now that phone is old, I understand, but then it has a much better camera. The phone fits in hand very perfectly. I mean, it has a smaller screen size, it's only 5.1 inch, so that's why it fits in your hands very comfortably. It has a better display. I mean, that's a quad HD display and this is only Full HD. OnePlus 3T is only Full HD, so that S6 has a better display, better camera, and on performance criteria, yes, that phone is slower than the OnePlus 3T, but then again it's an option available to the people. Then there is a phone called ZTE Nubia. Yeah, ZTE Nubia Z11. That is also retailing for exactly 29,999 rupees. Same to the OnePlus 3T. For someone who can experiment with the new brands, probably that can be an option. So one can consider that also. So these are few options. So the question is, can anyone fairly beat OnePlus 3T in terms of value and in terms of performance and overall package? Well, I feel that HTC 10 comes very close, but then it's more expensive, has a Snapdragon 820 chipset, so the difference is not very much. It's very slight difference, but then still, when you're paying 35,000 rupees, you want to have a latest, hardware in your phone. So that's the most close competition, I'll say, to the OnePlus 3T. But then I don't think any of these models will beat the OnePlus 3T fairly, So in a direct answer, yes, OnePlus 3T still is one of the best, power Android phone under 30k available in market. So if you are looking for a phone under 30k, probably this is your best bet. And then all those flagship phones comes, which normally retails for more than 40k. But then remember one thing, this 2016 phone still has more storage and more RAM and equivalent chipset running inside than the recently launched flagship phone LG G6. And it's cheaper. It's cheaper by a lot. It's not slight difference. It's cheaper by a lot. So considering that, it is a very comparable phone to all those flagship phones like LG G6 or the S7 Edge or the Moto Z, and Apple are different categories, so I'll not compare them directly to the Android phones. So all those things. Plus, yes, there are few issues with this phone, like the battery issue. The battery drains out real quickly. Yes, the dash charger is a real help for battery of this kind, but then this is an issue compared to other phones. And then the camera is another issue. I'm not saying the camera is bad, but then compared to other phones in similar category or the one which OnePlus 3 targets to compete with, the camera is not up to the standard. So I guess the camera could be done better in next or the upcoming OnePlus models. So that's the thing. So yes, I do feel if you're buying a phone near to 30k of budget, still the OnePlus 3T is the best bet. But then it depends what kind of features you're looking for. Now at the end, I just wanted to say, if you have unlimited budget, just go and buy Google Pixel for you. But then if you're running tight on your budget and if you have to stick to certain budget, and you can spend up to 30k or $500, you can go and buy OnePlus 3T and you'll never regret of your buying decision. This is still one of the best phones under $500 or 30k. There are a few other options, but then I feel this is most complete package around in the market right now. So that's it, guys. Do let me know, guys, what you feel about this video. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. Click on that subscribe button. It will help this channel a lot. And if you have any questions, or share your thoughts in comment section. I'll see you next time very soon. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye. Namaskar. Shashrikal. Sabak hai. Ciao. Adios.